Good morning, good afternoon, good night. It depends your time and your location. You are joining us today at Eastern News 24. I send the bike and konye chiri. Yes, hello. Ụmụnne m ejikọrọ na ekene unu ụtụtụ ọma, ife ọma, and mgbede ọma site n'ebe isi wee na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ na Eastern News 24. Anyị sị m ga dịka echi na-echi adị agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru otu akwa ya dịrịrị ise. Ihe wetara unu ụbọchị nke taa bụ ya bụ ihe Biafran Prime Minister kwuru ọ gwalụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ya mee na kọtụ nke na-abịa n'ihu bụ 23 of September 2024. O nyere nnukwu, it gives a valuable reason na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-eme ife okwu. So mma achọkwa unu gee ya bụ ife site n'ọnụ nwanne anyị nwoke ọ gụrụ ya agụ, unu ga-esi ya ọ na-adrọpụra ifu nche n'iru akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ya bụ ife anyị nọ. All right, over to you, sir.
Ekpa Simon Njoko has equally banned the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, from trying the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to read in details from the official and verified X handle of the Prime Minister of BIAFRA for us to understand his stand and, of course, the valuable reasons he has given moving forward. So without further ado, because I have another thing to show you after reading this in details, I want us to go straight to his official X handle for us to read in details. And as you can see on your screen, this is where we are. He said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not allow Nigeria to try him on Monday. Recall that on Monday, which is the 23rd of September 2024, is the scheduled date that Binta Nyako gave after the last, court appearance where she asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go for negotiation for them to use political solution for his release, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not care about the political solution because he knows what comes with political solution. Now, it is very clear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has rejected political solution. That is the reason why you haven't had all of these criminals that parade themselves as politicians and governors in our land going up and down on social media and other so-called mainstream media platforms to rant, talking about how they are meeting Tinubu, the likes of Hope Uzodinma, the likes of, what's the name of that, the other man, Onyi Ronaya, all these people, including the other one. When they started this whole thing, it was like everywhere was, going ablaze. Since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shamed them, nobody is talking about, going to meet Tinubu again. And more importantly, the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa himself, banned them from going to Tinubu or to disturb Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with their useless political solution. Remember that. I hope you remember it. So let's read first because I have a lot to say. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not allow Nigeria to try him on Monday. A country that kidnapped you from Kenya and put you on trial against international and domestic laws of which their court freed you and the government refused to release you, had no intention of giving you fair trial. That is the honest truth. But let me finish. He continued, they will convict you without offense. They will convict you without offense. That word, I will come back to that. The lawyers must make sure that no trial on Monday. He has no case in any Nigerian court. Another dagger. Now he said, oh yeah, let the social media catch fire. It is already on fire. Prime Minister, it is on fire. Now, let me highlight some things that he said here. Look at this one. He said, they will convict you without offense. Pay attention. The likes of Nelson Mandela was convicted even without an offense, right? Even his own was life imprisonment, right? Without any offense. The only offense he committed was he asked for freedom, for, self-rule. Now, in Cameroon, I'm giving you instances. I want you to pay very good attention. In Cameroon, the leader of Ambazonia, when I say the leader, I'm talking about their main leader, not the president of their governing council, who happens to be Dr. Cho Ayaba, the man I respect so much. Their main leader, who began the agitation for the liberation of Ambazonia from Cameroon, known as Sisuku. His name is called Sisiku, or you can call him Julius Tabe. That is his name, his original name, Julius Tabe or Sisuku. That man has been convicted in Cameroon and he was given life sentence. And remember, he was kidnapped from the zoo. He was kidnapped in Nigeria, right? And was convicted in Cameroon. Now, of course, he's going to be freed. He will be released. But when is he going to be released? He will be released when Ambazonia is totally free from Cameroon, because they're going to be free. They will be free. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case is different, very peculiar. Very, very peculiar. And again, the Biafra people, or should I say the Biafra government and Biafra Liberation Army, are very, very brutal. Very, very brutal. Should anything goes wrong with the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the escalation of the Biafra-Nigeria war as it stands today may not even wait till the declaration of, Biafra on the 2nd of December. The escalation may start immediately. The pronouncement, or should I say, the sentence is pronounced. Are you paying attention? So the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the same. And remember that Biafrans are more well armed. The Biafra Liberation Army are currently more well armed than any other group of people or government fighting for independence all around the globe. This one, you must understand it. And there are a lot of reasons for that. So, as if that is not enough, there's another thing he said here. He said he has no case in any Nigerian court. You can agree with me on this. Yes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no case, because even the appeal court, that happens to be the second highest, court in the land, in the zoo, said it, that the zoo has no right, no authority to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in any court in Nigeria. It was very clear. It was written on a black and white sheet of paper, right? That the zoo has no right again to, because already they have committed a crime against the person. You don't go and kidnap somebody from somewhere and you forcefully brought him to another place to try him in a court when you have already committed a crime, an international offense. So the lawyer, he went on to say, the lawyers must make sure that no trial is taking place on Monday. So of course he must have communicated with them before making this public. Now, in conclusion, I want to show you something else that the Prime Minister said a couple of minutes ago. He said, whenever the IPOB Nigeria criminals brag about how they freed MNK in 2016, remind them that they had nothing to do with the release of MNK in 2016. I don't know how they are bragging of releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2016. Who are the people? When did Chike Doziem become a member of the OS? In 2016, it was Omiomio. Omiomio was the leader of DOS, right? China Sanworu was never a member of DOS. I know when China Sanworu joined IPOB. I know when he joined IPOB. I exposed that a couple of months ago. So I know when China Sanworu joined IPOB. And I also know when he was appointed as a member of DOS. So who are the people talking about releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2016? You understand? When none of them, I said none of them was there. So who is the person bragging how they released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2016? And then the Prime Minister went on to say, remind them that it was Avengers that gave condition that led to his release in 2016. After they released him through the effort of the Avengers, the same criminals made sure they joined MNK and their heads together, and it ended in quarrel. This is also the work of Omiomio. Omiomio and his criminal gang joined Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's head together with Avengers, and it became war. That was Omiomio. And the same Omiomio is one who came out the other day to brag. All just from nowhere. He just came from nowhere. I think he lives in Spain. He came from nowhere to brag how they fought to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody who was busy fighting with Uchemefo about who will control IPOB funds. In 2015-16, it's still the same person that came to tell us how he fought for the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. No be juju be that. He said, some of you know better. Of course, they know. They know very, very well. He said, this time around, as he is coming out, we will welcome him to the United States of Biafra. Wonderful. Wonderful. This is classic. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that, the Prime Minister. So, my people, you have seen it. The Prime Minister of the BLGIE, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, has officially banned the zoo from trying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and advised the lawyers never to allow any court trial to take place come 23rd of this very month of September 2024, because since political solution has failed and Binta Nyako is aware that political solution has failed, remember that we also did something about her the other time, how the zoo is using her, trying to, to turn the law upside down because of her husband, because of the crime of her husband and her, of course, of her son, her first son. I don't want to go into that right now because we have already done it in the past. Thank you, my people. To salo no mozia and make it go viral.
Anybody ngwa daluli nenu ka efi were ikwu gbasta maka ya bụ ife ndị nọ n'igba akwụkwọ ka gbapụ na ọsọ ime ihe ọzọ drọpụọla anyị ife iche n'ụdị nke gị ọzọ dị ka ịbịa ọ bụ na ya bụ bọsịs gị ị na-esela n'ilu akwụkwọ ka barụ ka ị drọpụọ your own comment and subscribe, turn on your notification ọ dị nnukwu mkpa maka gịnị kira pin emi ise for update dịka na-eweta n'ilu akwụkwọ na Eastern News 24 ka emesịa na ụmụnne m